Okay, let's get you guys in the tripod so we can get started. Give everybody a few seconds to get in. Uh-oh, I have a new phone case, and my phone case is not compatible with the tripod, so we gotta take it off. Ugh. All right, I can't get the phone case off. Hold on. Uh-oh, didn't anticipate this. All right, it's not coming off. Let me just put you guys on this side and hope the fingerprint reader doesn't get crushed. All right, we're getting started. Hi there. Oh no, now we got a plane or a jet or a friendly flyer. Something being strong out there. I hope it's not too loud. Get my vitamins in. All right, it's not clear yet. All right, so that should clear the plane now. All right, well, hey cultivators, it's Angeline. Today we are harvesting potatoes. We're doing two different type of potatoes. We're harvesting our red Pontiacs and our Yukon Gold. We grew them both in the Greenstalk and in bags. So we're gonna be checking on both of them to pull them up. Red Pontiac is, they're both determinant potatoes. They're very good to grow in containers. So that means a determinant potato means it's not growing indefinitely forever. It grows to a certain size and that's it. So after it grows to that size, it just stops growing. So they're perfect for containers, and that's what we're going to be doing now. So we have our red Pontiac, which has the red skin, and it's an early producer. It's good for boiling, roasting, mashing, and it's a little bit of sweet, but it still tastes good. You know, I don't like full sweet, but just a little bit sweet is fine. And then we have our Yukon Gold. So our Yukon Gold potato has smooth yellow skin, buttery yellow flesh, and it has nice creamy texture. So I like Yukon Gold. People put it in the oven. I'll make French fries or potato smashes. It's really good. The potatoes have a lot of potassium, fiber, vitamin C, very nutrients. So we like potatoes here, and we definitely, that's why I've grown so many different sections where I'm growing potatoes. And we have them in our green stock, which is nice and spaced out, and it helps them grow. One thing I didn't consider was harvesting them earlier than the rest of the plants. Of course, when you grow tomatoes, you're harvesting off the top, but when we grow potatoes, we have to harvest from inside. So thank goodness the green stalk was in this corner earlier this year, but we moved it outside. And when we moved it outside, our team members, what was on the top was on the bottom, and what was on the bottom is now on the top. So the potatoes are in the second row. So this is very good. It makes it a lot easier to, excuse me, reach them and harvest them. I'm gonna take the whole thing down. You'll see how we do it. And then our fabric bag is easy for air. It has a little door. I haven't peeked. So we're gonna be peeking and harvesting our potatoes together. We're a little bit late for harvesting them. We could have harvested them a little earlier, but we are harvesting now. Just one thing, a little bit of housekeeping. If you want $100 off your own garden system, the link is in my bio, and that way you can garden year round, indoor and outdoor. Our next video is definitely going to be on inside. We have a little bit of uh, upkeep to do. We have some plants that need to go outside and get ready for the fall. So we got a few things to take care of in our garden, but we're going to be doing that a little later. But if you want $100 off for your own garden to grow your own food at home, go to the link in the bio. I'll probably also add it to the description after this live. And don't forget to join the Patreon join the Cultivators at Patreon/Angeline Verdin for live gardening, exclusive tip, and community support. Let's get started. Today's a good day to garden. Let's get started. Okay, so we are gonna go outside first. We're gonna flip around. I think that was the right way I was carrying that. Let me take one more sip of my vitamins here. I have laid out, let me give this, we might need it. I like to use my fingers. So we are out here. Our sorrel is growing. We had a lot of rain the other day. So everybody is pretty watered. We have our purple, um, what is that? Purple sweet pepper growing there. And we have our little work area. And we're gonna be working here. So I put this box down. The reason I put the box down is good for the soil. Once we get our soil out, well, first, before I do that, let me just tell you about the box, and then we're gonna go get the one from the Greenstalk. I put the box down so that once we get our potatoes out, we can reuse the soil and it won't get kind of mixed up in here. We'll be able to keep the soil separate and kind of, I'm going to be mixing it in and reusing it for other projects. Also, we're going to do our fall planting. I don't know if we'll do it today, but our fall plants are ready as well. All right, so here is our green stalk. All right, sorry about that. We got two jets up ahead. So our green stalk, wow. Look at the size of this sweet pepper. The fighter jets are out today. I didn't expect that, but the fighter jets are out in groups today. So we have our green stalk. I mean, look at the size of our pepper. It's looking really good. These, I think I put too much fertilizer. Every time I put a little too much fertilizer, it throws up the pH. And that has definitely happened again. It's too much for the cucumbers, but not enough for other plants. So we're gonna have to do some readjusting. Usually when that happens, what I do is I mix it with new soil. Which is a good thing because today I'm gonna be getting new soil from the potato. So I might take some of the potato soil and mix it in here to help the cucumbers and the tomatoes do a little bit better because the soil is a little overly fertilized. I don't know, every time I mix that fertilizer in, something. This pepper plant is doing well. So the pepper plant, the leafy greens, they do well with the fertilizer. However, of the some of our other water-based plants do not. And this is growing good too. All right, so our potatoes are on the second level. So I'm gonna have to take this apart somewhat. So I guess over there is a good way to take it apart. We're gonna take that first shelf down. I'm trying to figure out where to put you guys. We're gonna put you guys here. We're gonna take our first shelf down and put it on the ground. Find a good space for it. Ooh, let me move it back. We gotta figure out where I'm gonna put it. Yeah, see our cucumbers, it was too much for them. So even our lemon balm is changing color. All right, I might have to get a team member for this. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I got it. Whew, that's heavy. All right. And then I don't think I'm lifting up the potato one. We're just gonna go in there and figure it out. Hi. Hello. Uh, I am fine. How are you doing today? Today we're looking at our potatoes. Keep saying tomatoes. Hi. We're gonna be looking at our potatoes. So let's see how they did. Wow. Hi. I think they did pretty good. I see a nice size one right here just looking at me. Let me go get my potato bag and let's start getting them out. Let me rest you guys here so you get a good angle at what's coming out. Put you guys to rest on the... All right, let me go get my bag so we can bag these potatoes when they come out. That was so heavy. I was gonna pick up this one, but then I was like, hey, it's too heavy. All right, so as I was explaining earlier, the the soil is a little too pH is off. Look at this. This is I don't even know. I'm just gonna reach in there and get it. Uh-oh. Yay. Good size. I'm happy. You got a good size out. Good size potato came out. Let's keep going. I see a small one there. Now this is shared space, so this is very interesting. I don't know how I think since we're sharing this space, so the other one's gonna be easier. Hi, whoops, because we're not sharing the space, but these we're sharing the space, so it's a little, we gotta figure out how we're gonna do this. I guess it'll be easier for us to just pull. Everything is growing though. We have our cucumbers that were holding on tight. As you can see, the cucumbers have attached to the potato. So let's pull. Whoops. We're getting the entire green stalk while I'm pulling here. You don't want to take out the whole thing. We just want to pull the top. Uh, all right, so we got some smaller ones here. Ooh. All right, so we got our potato out. That was a hard one. You got to put a little more effort into it. That other one grew far away. Wow, the soil is very tight. Yes. What am I doing? We're pulling up potatoes. They're upstairs. Soil is very tight here. I'm just gonna loosen it up. Just to. Yes. Just to get it nice and loose. Or whatever we're putting in next. I didn't expect the soil to be this tight in here. All right, so that one that grew by the top looked like it had space to expand. Our soil is extremely tight. Hope I'm not disturbing anyone else's roots too much. Alrighty. Yes. So there go our potatoes. We have them growing intertwined with other plants. Woo. Just make sure nothing spread out to this side. I have to like hammer it in. There we go. Woo. Wow, this soil is very compact. I didn't expect it to be this tight so quickly. I thought maybe after a few years. We're going to definitely mix this soil in with some casting. The soil is so tight that I have to like hammer my shovel thing in. Oops. I see cucumbers while you guys are here struggling and doing the best you can. Because this tightened up. And we did, this is interesting because this is also potted soil. So potted soil is not usually this tight. Yes? All right, so we got our potatoes. We got one big one, and then we have some smaller ones down here. So we got a very small potato harvest, smaller potato growth. But I can tell you from right now, the soil is extremely tight. It's a little too tight. We are going to also have to, it's actually pretty tight for everyone in here. So that's why I'm loosening it up, because even though the potato is not going back in there, the other plants that are here don't need the soil to be this tight. Alrighty, whew. A little workout there. I'm also going to be adding in, so we have some smaller potatoes, smaller Yukon Golds. Again, this is for a nice little potato mash. Smash potatoes in the oven. We got small potatoes here. We put them in the bag. And then we are You got it shaken off. Let's shake it off. Yeah, it got really packed in there. We'll let it fall off to the side. Whew. So this is a very tight environment. This is a little too tight. Um, with it being this so tight, I'm gonna have to, I hope the other layers aren't this tight as well. I'm going to, this is too tight for Greenstalk. So your soil should be loose all the time. This soil is extremely tight. It needs to definitely be loose, refreshed. I'm gonna put some worm castings in there and put some other things to loosen it up. We also have some other tubers forming on this one that haven't fully grown. I wonder if we put it back in the loose soil, how it would do for the fall. I'm gonna actually do that because we have so many loose ones. Some of these larger ones growing here, as you can see, still on the main vine. Now that we've loosened up the soil, I wonder how they will do. We do have the fall season. I will be planting again for the fall side. So we're gonna just put that in. See what happens, just for a little while. Also, the reason why I'm putting that back in as well is because there are some leaves regrowing there. Whew. I feel like I should have came and did this earlier. Came and loosened them up. So we got a few potatoes from our Greenstalk. We got small fingerlings as well as a decent sized large one. Now let's go check our grow bags. Hopefully the grow bags didn't stiffen up as much as these have. They're upstairs looking out the window saying hello to everyone. So let's switch you guys over to this way. Let's see what's happening with these potatoes. All right. So now we're going to know this is what the bag I've been putting them in. So there is new growth growing here, which is why I didn't really want to check on them yet. But we have a lot of fallout and the time has passed. The amount of time is passed. It's been more than 4 months. We're going to see what's going on here and go from there. Now, there's a little door here that I never opened. Yes? Hi. They're just saying hi through the window upstairs. There's a little door here. Now, I've never opened a door to see, and I'm afraid if I open a door, I can't get it closed back. So that's another reason I never opened the door. But let's see what happens if you open this door. Yeah, I knew it was really in there. All right, I guess we'll throw it out. That's the easy way. Ugh, this bag is so heavy. We're gonna throw it out, and then go through the soil. I can feel the potatoes breaking through the bag. So let's go from here. Kind of massage it out. You see some smaller ones on the top. All right. Should have practiced this part. Getting them out of the bag. Look. This is when I need the team. But they're inside, looking through the window. Yes. Finger grip here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Whew. Alrighty. So we got it open. First thing that rolled out, a potato. Let's see. Oh, you guys can't see it. Just rolled out to the side there. A potato. These are Yukon Gold. Yukon Gold usually are smaller, but I guess not today. Let's aim you guys more down so you can see more of what we got going on here. There we go. This is the one I was feeling. All right, So let's go through and see what we got here. Decent size potato. Our Yukon Golds. Nice and healthy looking. Smaller one here. Potato. This looks like it started to regrow. Let's put this one back in. The time passed to pick them up. Yeah, another decent potato. What's going on here? Did it double back down? Oh wow. Oh wow. Wow. Look at this. Wow. Zoom in. Zoom in for this one. Let's turn you guys around so I can. Wow, it's a good sized potato. You got some improvements here. The bag definitely is the way we're going forward. Uh, wow. So we got a larger potato here. Get this one out. Put it in the bag. Oh, good size potatoes. Yes. They're like mid-height. We got some little babies and some biggie wiggies. This one is a mix of the Yukons and the Pontiac. That's the original potato, I guess. Little skin there. I don't want to stab them and then they come out. Here we got little babies here. We got this one. Yeah, this one's definitely past time to harvest. Got some more potatoes here. Doing good. Slow unveiling. So yeah, so this soil is really healthy. That's what I put on the box. This is like the main part of the plant here. I don't know what's going on here. There we go. There we go. Yeah, good sizes here. The main potato system is on this side. It seems. Oh yeah, we definitely left these in too long. There goes the original one. The skin is left. That's where the new leaves are coming from. The new potato plants. So, the major stems are on this side. Alrighty. Doing pretty good here. Here are our potatoes. So let's pick up this soil. I'm going to mix this soil with something else, and then we are going to do our fall plantings. People say Irish is good for the fall. Right, as you can see, yeah, they're little ones growing on still for fall harvest. Still got quite a few on this side. With some little ones on top. Yes, they're very small here. I feel like those could go back in and cook a little. Yes. We're gonna give these a good mix. These are still little babies. The main one is gone. Alright, so we got good amounts. See if I can show you guys. In our bag here. Yes. So we got a decent amount from this bag. Except for those few that came out of the Greenstalk, but we got a decent amount from our bag. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, a good 11. Hold on. See, hold on. But now we have to. Celine, call Emmanuel. Call him. All right, call him quickly. Quickly. She was playing with the stuff. So we have our potatoes. So that's one bag. 3 more to go. Now, again, these didn't completely fall, and they have the green growing. So I'm like, are they fully done yet? These are definitely have completely fallen, and I planted them late in the season. So we can check to see how they're growing. If not, we're gonna let them grow back in. Could you put that back, please? We're gonna let them grow back in. All right, so these little teeny weenies, we're putting them back in. We're gonna put those back in, and we're gonna mix them with some other soil, just to have them get a little refreshed. Mix them with some fertilizer, and I think let's do that now because I was going to harvest these, but let's do that now. We have enough potatoes to eat if we're hungry today. Let's get this little one off, and let these continue to grow. And plant those new ones as seeds and mix the soil up. So let's give it a little mix in the bag. So this is the bag here. And we're about to give it a little mix and refresher. So I'm gonna put it back in. Let's go get our regular mix. Right here, I'm gonna get our potato mix. Potato mix and our soil that we're going to mix it up with right here. I'm putting 2 more seeds in for the fall, and we'll probably put a little more than that. Mosquito bit me, and now I'm like, oh. And we're going to put back in some seeds that have already started that stayed in just a little too long. This soil is very moist. We've had a lot of rain over the last few days. Interesting enough, it's much more moist than the other one. So we're going to mix some of this in there, which is drier than dry. We're going to mix this with our super moist soil. Of course, you want to refresh the soil a little. You don't want the same soil that it already took most of the nutrients out of already. So we're going to refresh the soil. A decent amount in there. And we're going to mix it in with some of this nice, moist, well nourished soil. And then we're going to mix the food in. So because we're planting back them immediately. Immediately. We're not press and go. We're not waiting. We're planting them back in immediately because we can then get another set out before the season is done. So we can get another, since they are determinant and they're about 3 to 4 months. Out here the weather stays warm into the fall. So we can get another set out of potatoes by the fall. So we are going in immediately with these potatoes. I left some of them first to seed, to be our seed potatoes. They're small. I'm not even going to cut them up. I do have some seeds inside to use. We have given this soil, we're giving this soil a refresh. We put some new soil in, take some of the old soil out. We're going to be adding some food in there for the potato to eat. I'll put this in. We have some of these main tubers still growing and still green. So we're going to let them continue to do their thing. Let's add some food, some potato food in here. I just do a thin layer across the whole top, but then I mix that thin layer in. But that's how much I put in, a thin layer around the top. So we mixed our thin layer in. Some more of this in there. It's gonna be super fresher. These already started to root. So they were in a little too long. That's fine. They're gonna be our next set of potatoes. This one, the eye already started growing. So we're gonna put this one in there because the eye already started growing. And our next set, and then this one too. This one has 2 eyes growing. Get it in there. So, oh, look how beautiful it is inside. I'm ready to eat this immediately. But we're gonna put one eye on this side and the other. Usually we let it dry, but we're going straight into the next season, real time. Especially with this soil being so moist. Those are going to be our new seeds that we'll let grow up. Now this one, we did the mound up method. Those over there, we did not. So we'll see how they fared out. All right, so this one, the plant is still intact. Let's get the leaves from the top. I turned it upside down. So there, the leaves on the top. There we go. We got another potato in here. See how this one's doing. This one's doing fine. We're turning it upside down. So this is just we're gonna have this breakdown in there. This would be the fertilizer for the next set. And making sure it doesn't get too packed in. See how this stayed loose? The looseness of the soil is very important, that your soil stays loose. Whereas in the Greenstalk, it didn't stay loose, and then we had the issues. So let's now get this one with the the little babies in here. We have these little tubers that are still kind of developing. We're gonna put them back in there and let them develop, along with the new ones that we put in. All right, we have, this might be too many sticks, but I like to leave the sticks in because it keeps the soil loose, so nothing ever gets too packed. Put some of the familiar soil, and we're gonna mix it with some of our new soil and food. This one's separated, so it's not gonna grow any bigger than this. It's a nice individual French fry. This one's still feeding. I gotta put the new ones in there. Let's mix this level with some food. Just a even coat on the top. Supposed to be 1 pound per square feet. This is about 1 square foot, so it's not a lot of space. Only 1 square foot. We'll mix it in with the new soil. The new soil will have new components for our potato to grow, and then we have our what it's been living in all this time. So this way, by November, we're in August, September, October, November. November, we still have a good 70 degrees, so it's still, the temperature is still the right temperature. Also, there are other types of potatoes that are good, so I'm probably going to plant Irish. I'm not going to replant. This one I'm replanting, depends on what I find in there. That one we still have a lot of green coming, so it hasn't fully fallen away. And I also planted it a month or two after I planted, not a month, I planted 3 weeks after I planted this one. So I'm going to wait a little bit because it's still getting brand new leaves and new green things that hasn't fully falling away. I'm gonna wait a little bit for that one. Do that. Oh, that's the car starting. I'm gonna let that one. We can take a peek to see what's going on in that one. Or we can do the same thing here where we harvest some of the larger ones, give the soil a refresh. But that one is 3 weeks behind. However, that last one, everything fell away. So I don't know what's going on in there. I think we should just definitely take a look in and see what's happening. Let's put our potatoes back. And as you can see, this one, it definitely didn't have too much in there. So this one, as you can see here, let's turn this around. This one is still has a lot of green going on. So it still has a lot of new growth. So I don't think it is fully falling away yet. This one fully fell away. However, this one is way more younger than this one. So I'm not quite sure. I think we just need to check and see how this one is doing. I don't think there'll be any potatoes that are like, this one shouldn't be developed yet. So I don't know what's going on. But it has fully fallen away. So we are gonna see what's happening with this one. This one had a little bit of struggle here. So this one, we'll check for this one. If it's okay, then it's okay, but this one has absolutely no green left. This one is what the potato plant should look like when it's time to harvest. You can see this one has the green still going. It hasn't fully fallen away yet, and this one has new growth. Hopefully this is not new potatoes growing. But so let's check this one. This is a fully fallen away. I don't know about this one because, again, this is our youngest bag. So it should be the least likely to be fully developed. But let's see what's going on here. See what's happening here. It's not like some of our other plants where we can look on the top and get an accurate reading. We replanted back into that one, 2 seeds. And then this one, yeah, the whole thing fell away already. So let's see what's going on. What has happened? Because again, this one should not be ready at all. But it did fall away. So let's check it out. I'm not really expecting anything to come out of this one. At least we can see, check and see what happened. It looks like they're getting wet on one side. I do see some potatoes. They are small. There's some small ones here that didn't fully develop. Looks like it was too low in the thing. It definitely looks like the soiling method works much better. All the greener gets to grow more. Yeah, this one, I see one potato, but yeah, this one it didn't do too well. This is the main potato plant here. Yeah, this is definitely too early. I don't know what caused it to be so the leaves to stop greening. Maybe because the season, maybe we planted it too late in the season. I think that's what may have happened. But yeah, so this one is only a little bit growing here, and then one potato came out there. So yeah, this one did not do too well. It didn't do well at all. But again, this is the most recently planted potato. The leaves, it just wasn't doing well. The greenery stopped being green. What is this? Yeah, we have a lot of just small ones, very small ones. This one did not grow to its fullest. Maybe the seeds were out too long. Its fullest amount. I'm going to let these plants reseed. I'm doing the same thing here, mixing it. So at least this time it'll be early in this season. One thing about that corner is it gets a little less light because it's closer to our tree wall. So I'm gonna move them over here and see how they do. I'm gonna leave this as the empty. I'm gonna let these reseed, these small ones reseed and grow back. And so this is where the plant grew from, the main potato. Yeah, these seeds are also pretty old. They were here. Just waiting. Here's another one. We didn't get much, not even the tubers growing underneath. So I'm gonna let these reseed. I'm gonna re-fertilize it. I'm gonna go find actual potato seeds. You know what? I'm gonna leave these in here to reseed, and then we're gonna try some, what do you call it again? A different type of potato to grow. And we're also gonna grow it on this side. This one was planted the other day, so this is planted at least 2 months after this bag. So I did not expect anything. However, it did fall away, so I was very concerned. It's okay to check in on them and see how they're doing. I'm gonna put this here. We're gonna let these 2 seeds seed, and then we're gonna actually plant in newer or younger potatoes. I wonder if I should do this here to turn up the soil. I don't want the soil. I don't want to lose the soil, and I don't have a soil container. I'm trying to think of. Well, I can use one of these bags. We have more of these bags. Right now they're holding the potatoes, but I can use it as a soil container. I don't want to lose the soil with rain or anything. So I'm just gonna let it soil and put the soil in here. And also looking at this lets me know that soiling up is definitely something that's helpful. Also growing in layers. That one I grew in layers, and that one I soiled up. That means that when you soil up the plant, you let it grow a little, and the greenery comes out, and then you add soil. You let it grow a little more, and you add soil. Let it grow a little more, and you add soil. So that's what soiling up the plant means. Soiling up when it comes to potatoes. So as it grows, you add more soil. A lot of little babies in here. But yeah, this is gonna be, I'm just gonna use this to store the soil, um, and keep it in that corner. So I know not to plant that far in the corner because that side is very, very close to our tree wall. And I call it tree wall, it's just a wall of trees. Our neighbor has 20 something trees. And that's the south side sun. So you want the south facing sun to come from that side, and that all those trees kind of block it. So I plant more towards the middle of the yard, which is where you see the green stalks are at, and then the other side of the yard, so that the sun comes over the trees from the south, and we still get sunlight 14 hours a day. This is the potato. Just a few little teenies came from it, but didn't really do well. So we got three different lessons of potatoes. We have sacking is great. We got some good giant sized potatoes. I don't know if you guys wanted to sit here and watch me scoop this in for a very long amount of time. Actually, I'm gonna go inside and get a bowl and wash off these potatoes, and then use this bag for another soil, so that we don't lose any soil. Because you don't want to lose anything. You don't want to waste anything and lose any soil. But we do want to mix it up. I am going to use some of this soil over there in our Greenstalk, where the soil is extremely dry and hard. They're both potting soil, but you can see the clear difference. This soil, I could move the shovel through the soil. The soil in the Greenstalk, I can't even move the shovel. The shovel is stuck. Get this potato out. We have a few little babies in there. We're going to let them grow in there, or they can break down and be fertilizer for next season. But yeah, we're going to grow our fall potatoes pretty soon. We're going to let this soil break down, and then we're going to go in and wash off those potatoes and use this bag for more soil. This one goes to the top. Now, we got the potato container gardening. This is the one arm workout of the day. Yes, it's okay to check in on the potatoes early. If there's signs that they're still developing, like that one is still developing a lot, then you let them live their course. But for the rest of them, this one wasn't feeling well, so we're gonna do something different with this one. Definitely the mounding up worked pretty good. And that was definitely one factor between how I planted this one, the first two, compared to the last one. We didn't mound up at all. I'm filling this all the way to the top because I'm just using this bag to store soil for now. And then I'm going to use this soil in the Greenstalk. And then the rest of it we'll use here. Alright, so let's put back our potato. Let's carry this to our Greenstalk. But the soil is tight over there. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be that tight. And our tomatoes, I mean, our cucumbers definitely need some new soil mixing. So this is our lime, our key lime. Key lime is producing a lot of new leaves. You can see they were having a time here. Some bees flying. Move this. I'm gonna mix this soil in for some better health for these. Yeah, the soil was so stiff in there. I couldn't get the soil out. I couldn't get the shovel into the soil. That's really stiff. So we're gonna get it in here. Get it mixed, loosen it up. Yeah, this is stiff, 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 stiff. This is next level stiff. I was literally hitting it with the top of my hand because the soil was so stiff in there. So we're gonna put some much looser soil in. I don't know how this soil got so stiff in there. It's a similar mixture. Now, probably not. Now that I think about it, it's not a similar mixture. So I used, so hopefully this turning of the soil and using a different soil will help. This is also very dry. So we are going to add this moist soil and we're going to do some watering. And we're probably, no, we're gonna let our thing grow a little bit longer. We're gonna let our peppers grow a little larger. We're gonna use this bag for our next planting. All right, so now that the soil is a little looser, hopefully we'll get some better results. We have these plants that are growing very well. I mean, they are doing phenomenal. Every time I put them in a bigger pot, the plant just gets larger and larger and larger. And our peppers are also doing very well. How many peppers we have growing on our tree here? Give a little shake. Well, in the house, I have to give it a little shake quite often. So I'm in the habit of going over and giving them a little shake. These peppers, they're in smaller pots. However, I think they may need to go into larger pots. Let's give this soil to some of our other plants that can use some nice fertilized soil. Actually, let's top this off. The rest of the soil. And I'm just going to use this as a soil container. So it's summertime. The kids are home. Those are neighbor kids. They're having a good time out there. If you hear them yelling in the background, it's a very child-friendly street. But lots of kids playing loudly. Lots of young children on our street. Well, actually, we have all ages. For every school that the school bus pulls up, the kids are. There's the age of kids. All right. So all the way to the top, all the way up here. So we got some pretty good results. I'm gonna give them a wash. Let me put this under the tripod. That's our other section. There's our other section. We did pretty good with our first potato harvest of the season. I'm gonna wash it off and see exactly how many we got. All right, let's put the soil back right here. Ooh. We have a lot to do on our garden inside. Also. All right. This is our, interesting enough, this is our Greenstalk box. We're rooty tooty, this is what it says. pour this soil in here. And we'll pick this box. Someone in the house was using it. One of our team members was using it, so we're going to take that box back to them so they can continue their vehicle adventures. Woo! A little workout today. Let's just check in on our plants while we're outside. Our outside plants. So of course we got our bag here. We're going to carry in, and we're going to wash them off. And what we're going to eat with our freshest of fresh tomatoes, potatoes, sweet peppers here, some beets, our navel oranges. We got a lot of new leaves. Sorrel plant. It's a smaller one. The sorrel plant is growing pretty large here. Taking up a lot of real estate. Oh, we got to put the layer back on and water. Let's get to watering. Got that step. These tomatoes need to be separated, thinned out. These tomatoes and peppers, so we're gonna do that. Let's check on, it's wet. So that's how you check on our citrus plants. This is not even an inch in. If you just touch the top layer and move it, it's wet. Plant's doing fine. These are avocados. Avocado likes to dry out completely before watering, or else then it gets these, because that's what happens when you put too much water. We got our mango. You can see that the soil is wet, so it's doing pretty good with wet soil. As you can see, the leaves are turning green, so they come in, they turn red. They're growing young, they grow up, then they turn red, and then they develop these green leaves. So we are doing pretty good with them. Our mango plant, and this little sideways. Which one is this? This is our Meyer lemon tree. It's getting a little too much water, but it's fine. It's not being overwatered. A lot of these leaves are new. That's why they're lighter colors. But once the leaves start turning a little light like this, the plant needs stuff. However, if the leaves are brand new, sometimes they don't come in the dark green like they are. So just check to see how new the leaves are for the color, and then you can go by then to see if they need any vitamins or minerals. So as you can see, these are dark green. And then these are bright green, but they're also like, I don't want to say baby because they're large, but they were born yesterday. There we go. Same thing with this plant. All right, this is our mandarin oranges. They are also growing, filling out. We got our bronze head lettuce here. We had some hungry plant eaters here that were enjoying. They're having themselves a good time and eating our cabbage. Other than that, they're doing okay. So we had our cabbage eaters, the 88888, hungry caterpillars. We have our rice doing pretty good on this side. We have our giant pepper growing here, which we saw earlier. It's so big. It's like the size of my hand. It's great. And then we have our, what is this? I forgot what it was called. Olive tree. Let's see how our olive tree is doing. We have some dry spots, but sometimes the dry spots of the olive tree, because I found this in the house too, when they were fighting the wind, sometimes they would snap, and that would cause the leaves to dry. But the olive tree is not, actually the leaves are dry, but it's not, the stem isn't dry, so, and it's pushed on one of these. Usually when I see that, I know it's due to the plant's not actually thirsty. But we could check. Again, if the top looks wet, that's fine. I mean, the top looks wet, it's wet. But check, you just go in a little inch or two. There's tons of ants here. You just go in a little inch or two and see if it's moist. It's moist, so the plant has enough water. It's also drought tolerant, like the avocado. And when the plants are drought tolerant, you're supposed to let them dry out first and then come to life. Then water them. So they're also getting very thick and green, which wasn't the case when they were inside. Inside, they were just living their life. They were green, but they weren't this green. This is very green. It's next level green. So we got some very green trees, and as you can see, as I was talking about with new leaves, the new leaves are always coming a little lighter before they get more green. It's also a lot taller than the stick. I'm gonna decide whether I should put this in a bigger pot. I think a bigger pot would be good for it to grow. However, I don't know what's gonna happen when it comes back inside when it's in this bigger pot. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Bigger pot, bigger tree, or should we keep it around the same size and just get the olives from here? So these are always raining. I was like, I felt the water hit me. So no one is getting watered because it is raining, except for our Greenstalk here. I'm just gonna take the lid off of it so that the water can get inside. So we'll put the watering thing back here. Let's move this out so no one gets crushed when I put the top layer back on. See, these tomato plants are growing thick and they grew pretty tall. We're just waiting for them to fruit. We got some carrots down here that's doing pretty good. Our cucumbers are also doing pretty good. We've taken off quite a few cucumbers from them. Let's put this top layer back on. Let's take the lid off. But since it's raining, to get the water to just go straight in from the rain, I'm going to take the lid off and let it rain directly into the top of our Greenstalk and collect the water from the rain. Then if it doesn't rain enough later on this afternoon, I will come and add more. All right. Ugh. Okay, it's not too bad. Oh, it is too bad. Ah! I pulled the muscle mic. So yeah, you always want to do this. When I adjust it, it's without the soil. So there we go. So we got our Greenstalk. Since it's going to rain shortly, I'm leaving the lid unlidded. The plants are dry, so it can take some of the water. As you see, our cucumbers are in need of nutrients, water, a lot of stuff. Let's check to see. I didn't check these roots, but since everyone else had wet roots, I was like, it's fine. Let's put this lid up here so it doesn't roll away. All right, so that was our potato planting and our potato check-in. We're gonna go finish rinsing them off, see how they're looking inside. Maybe we should cook something with them. Try to clean up so we can carry our potatoes in. Oops, I just dropped it there. Inside, we have our pepper plant growing pretty large, our jalapenos growing pretty large and tall. Then we have our hot pepper over there. And oh, I updated our ginger. We had a live the other day where we grew our ginger plant, planted our ginger plants, and they have definitely grown a good couple of inches, 3-4 inches since they were last only a little piece of little bud showing. Very excited about that. All right, let's go wash these potatoes. This is where I keep a little storage bench. Try to keep things looking organized. Let's put the potato food in here. Got some cocoa core in there. Let's put it up there. We're gonna head inside and wash up our potatoes. I think we're gonna have to go live another day where we do our garden, because our indoor garden has a lot of maintenance that it needs to get taken care of. But yes, these are our potatoes. Oh, I can't see them now. We'll put them in a bowl. All right, this is real life. So I'll know what you're gonna see. We're gonna find out together what's going on here. Okay, the sink isn't too bad. I don't think you guys wanted just a picture of the sink. So we're gonna put this here. This is a clean one. And then we'll get a good bowl view. Our golden bowls for our Yukon Gold. And get a golden bowl. All right, so this pan didn't like the dishwasher. So on top of this cutting board, let's move some things out of the shot. There we go. All right, so you guys can see the potato cleaning. And we can really examine, give a full count how many potatoes we actually got. Give them a quick rinse off. There we go. So we'll rinse off, make sure they're healthy. They're the 2 hand size potato. Yay! Oh, I'm so excited. I'm very happy about this. I'm clean. Let's put a pig on there. Because it was wet in the container. I'm wasting water. Alright, so let's do a quick rinse off. Because later we're going to have some type of potato something. I think I might do smashed potatoes. You know, where you put them in the oven, season them up. Stay tuned. Or look out for the live. Definitely gonna go live with that. But since I wasn't quite sure how this is gonna go, I didn't plan a potato meal. See how they're coming in nice and clean. Yeah. I want y'all to see that. The dirty dishes. There's dirty dishes. Kids had breakfast. We didn't just go live today. Yeah. Well, I did, but they had food. I had my vitamin C. Just rinse this out. I think I'm going to do the smashed potatoes. Put them in the oven. You smash them. It's a little funny shaped one. Smash them down. Get some seasoning from our garden. Probably some rosemary. If I had an olive, I would put some olives in here for the oil. Yeah, we're filling up our golden thing here. A little smaller guys here. Uh-oh. Everybody's just flying. I'm one-handed washing the potatoes. So when we get to our next bag, we'll see how they go. So we're gonna probably give it about 2 more weeks before we go to our next bag of potatoes and see what grew. The next bag is also Yukon Gold and Pontiacs. Mixed in there. I know a lot of people do sweet potatoes in their Greenstalk, but I haven't. I'm not a fan. This is as sweet as we're going. Is the red Pontiac. Yeah, very good sized potato. And you got the little ones here. This is very good for our first harvest of the year. First potato harvest. It's very interesting because the other plants you kind of watch them grow. But the potatoes, I don't know what's happening underneath there. I mean, there's a little peaky thing, but I don't use it. I don't know what's going on with this potato. Just leave it here. These little ones, I don't know. They're not looking too exciting. Leave them in there. They're gonna go to our compost bin. They're not looking too healthy. Compost it is. So we're not gonna waste them. There's our compost, our fertilizer area. The bag is falling. I want to get the bag wet. There you go. So these are small, but they're fine. Those have those weird dots. All right. We got some small, we got some large. And this is our potato harvest. Here we go. And go take it to the front so we get a nice, decent picture. And we'll talk about what we're gonna do next time in our garden. It's hitting you guys all over the place. Next steps for our garden. So tomorrow or Tuesday, we'll do next steps in our garden. Well, probably tomorrow, because I don't think this is gonna make it till Tuesday. This garden is growing. It needs help. We have some nice peppers growing. We need harvesting. We got some tomatoes. Things are out of control here. They're tangled. We did need some work. I think something's eating the peppers. It needs some neem. We need to share some mint with my mom. We gotta make sure our babies are still doing what they're growing. The ones that came out nursery are doing okay, or if they need a square to help them fight the allergy. So we have a full adventure for our green mustard needs to go outside. So we have a full adventure for our garden that needs to be done. Oh, one more little sneak peek update for our garden before we go there for our next time. Of course, you saw the nursery is doing well, but this is it. Oh, the hibiscus. I'm so excited. Hibiscus they're growing in this direction. Hibiscus is doing very well. Look at the size of the stem. Look at the size of I snapped something. Stem of the hibiscus is huge. The hibiscus is doing great. There's a fan blowing these plants. They are also very crowded, and we had to figure out something to do with a lemon balm. I think we might have to dry it and make tea bags. I don't know what we're gonna do with our lemon balm, but next time on the garden, we are going to be in our Gardyn, getting all this together, organized, and making room for new growth. But this is our potato harvest, and that's what we're here today for. Thank you very much for joining. It's been Angeline Verdin. Please remember that you can support us on patreon.com/Angeline Verdin. Visit our website for more information on growing plants. Also, if you would like $100 off your own garden and to grow your own food at home, check in the description box, in the description below in this or in my about page in the main section of my page, and you'll be able to get $100 off. Use the link. Thank you very much for joining. It's been Angeline, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Remember, stay green always.